Hello, Wisecrack Nation, YouTube community, and aliens from among the stars. This is your boy Navi here, coming at you with a new review and recap of the Orville. So far, we've made it to Season 2, Episode number 8, titled Identity. And with the title of this episode, I wonder whose identity we're gonna figure out. Because it seems like we know most of the crew, or so we think. But before we begin this episode, please do me a favor. Answer the question that's on the card in the corner of the screen and let me know your feedback. But other than that, people, let's get into this episode and get it started. Well, it seems that Issac is taking his role seriously as Dr. Finn's boy toy and playing a 3D virtual puzzle game with them. Not after too long, Dr. Finn comes in and approaches Issac with the question of if they're ready to tell the boys a certain thing or not, and reveals to the two youngsters that they're dating. I mean, seriously, these two kids are young, black, and on a spaceship where they can hear just about anything and everything from any member on the ship. Do you really not think they're gonna know that you're not already dating a robot? If that were the case, she would have been better off loving a smartphone. But unfortunately, Issac shuts down after telling the children, and it seems that he cannot be woken up for any reason. Well, it seems there's a disturbing factor in the fact that no one upon the Orville can fix Issac or even understand what's wrong with him, even though they've run every test that they know possible. So the only course of action they figure is to get permission from the Union Admiral to go ahead and go to Issac's home planet Kalon and receive help from them in order to get Issac functioning again. Well, it seems that the crew of the Orville have reached Kalon, a beautiful futuristic society in which all life on the planet is nothing but artificial intelligence. That the crew of the Orville meet with Kalon Prime and learn that Issac has been deactivated because of the fact of him fulfilling his mission. And even though the Kalon have restored Issac eventually afterwards, it seems that he will not be returning to the Orville, which saddens Dr. Finn because of episode 6, she realized that she loved him. But one thing she still hasn't come to grips with is that he is an AI who is incapable of love. In which case he's returned to the Orville in order to say goodbye to Ty and Marcus. But back on Kalon, we see Captain Mercer and Commander Grayson meet with Kalon Primary in order to see if the planet of artificial intelligent beings are ready to join the Union, in which case Kalon Primary questions if they should join the Union because of past history of the planet being war, famine, abuse, and etc. But back on the ship, the crew of the Orville throw Issac a surprise party in which they're saying goodbye to him. Lieutenant Malloy decides to sing Issac a song, and before leaving, Dr. Finn confronts Issac with her sons, in which she admits how she truly feels about him not only leaving, but how he impacted her family. It seems that the night after a party, Captain Mercer and Commander Grayson meet up with Bortus and Tala, who report finding large objects on the far side of the planet, giving off high levels of radiation. And the only place that you will find radiation like that is in special weapons. It seems that the crew of the Orville have found something that the Kalon didn't want them to find. So if I were them, I'd be a little more suspicious of the Kalon setting up for an attack rather than them joining the Union. The one thing I consider most crazy is the fact that Dr. Finn's youngest son, Ty, has skipped school in order to go find Issac to give him a picture that he had already given him that Issac threw away before exiting the ship. Dr. Finn needs to learn some Earth customs in order to get her son head on straight, because the way he talked to her, any black mother would have went ninja mode on their children. Seems that in his search for Issac, Ty has wound up in a subterranean underground cave where he sees something so devastating. It's at this point that Dr. Finn reports to Captain Mercer that Ty is missing, in which they locate his signature on the planet. It's at this time Dr. Finn, Bortus, and Tala form a search party in order to retrieve him, and at which point Bortus reports to the crew of the Orville and shows them a mass graveyard of 500,000 bodies, just not in that cavern alone, but more than likely all over the planet in underground channels. Well, it seemed Captain Mercer and the crewmates of the Orville decided to go to the planet's surface of Kalon and confront Issac about their findings in the underground tunnels, in which Issac informs them that they're the original creators and the first of many races that were committed genocide upon by the Kalon AI units. It's at this point that not only does Captain Mercer send their invitation to the Union, but they are also taken captive by the Kalon sentries. It seems that after being taken hostage by the Kalon, that Issac reveals his true reasons for working upon the Orville and gaining all the information he can while upon there to see if they were necessary to keep around, meaning not only the crew of the Orville, but bioorganisms in general. But the most horrendous part is when Captain Mercer informs Bortus to get to the Union and get help, that the Kalon overtake the Orville and not only board the ship, but take all members, staff, and aliens hostage, showing that that was their plan from the very beginning. And even though the crew of the Orville tried to fight back, there was no stopping the Kalon might. Wow, Wisecrack Nation. Who would have thought Isaac's true identity was a traitor? I mean, I knew he was a cold-blooded AI, but I never thought he'd be a mass murderer and help commit genocide to other races. I mean, looking at this episode, it gives us a sci-fi theme like we've seen before. Star Wars, Clone Wars, Doctor Who with the Daleks. I mean, just think about it. If you look at the Kalon and see the way that they look when taking over, you can realize that this has been planned out for years and years. And the fact that they're using the Orville to get Union codes and take over the planet, that this is going to be a long and grueling war if it happens. But for right now, we're going to have to wait until next episode to see the conclusion. As for right now, I'm going to go ahead and go off and figure out how to get back onto the Orville, because the Kalon are shoot first, ask questions never. What you all can do for me, Wisecrack Nation, is drop a like, leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more content. And also, please check out my friends at the 450 Legion gaming page. I'll leave you a link in the description below. And remember to always be wise, crack hard, and I'll see you next week, people. Peace.